this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. From the 39, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Peterson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Tighten down. There you go.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check safety.
Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Hey, exit. Ricky. Hey, Mike, 20.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here I come again. First.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, Cousins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Cousins. That is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
We got 4.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's brought in by Dodson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
You got nothing. Whip. Watch the whip. Lino. Slam. Gun.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
35 the mic.
To throw is Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Running to start the drive is Love. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
A gain of 26 yards.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Here we go.
Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Next the score, Redskins 7, Vikings nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 43 yards. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages. What are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing. Change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and now it's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Jahan, on Andy! Here it comes, here it comes!
Throwing is Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's going to go up top. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Redskins.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Bravo!
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. But it'll be second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Single, slot.
Cousins now. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
From the 27, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing, Cousins. He'll buy some time right, and this is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On second down, Cousins again. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Love. And he's got Rome. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Tackle made by Emerson Griffin. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot.
That's caught at the 25. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, 47 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Now Cousins. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up with that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Cousins on the keeper. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins, his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Yeah, let's get second.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Haskins now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going to give it to Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Bryce Love with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st down. Here's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 16-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Haskins going to try to throw it. Complete. Richardson has it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a run with Peterson. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.